My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Every single week, we break down full UFC fight cards. We give you our bets, we give you our picks, and we give you our fantasy plays. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our content. And this video is brought to you by BETU Play to Earn. It is the world's first play-to-earn sports and esports betting game. Check it out now at betuearn.com. That's bet, the letter U, earn.com. First up, at UFC 272, we have Dustin Jacoby versus Michal Oleksiejczuk. And I'm getting better at pronouncing these names, guys. Dustin Jacoby is 16-5 overall. He's 4-0-1 in his last 5, and he has not lost an MMA fight since 2015. Michal Oleksiejczuk is 16-4 overall. He's 3-2 in his last 5, coming off a solid knockout a few months ago. And we've broken down Dustin Jacoby a few times. I love him personally. The guy's fantastic. And we absolutely love him here. I think you do as well. He's a high-level kickboxer. He lights up your legs, and then he comes down, works up top. So he's really good at chopping down that tree, then moving onto your head and looking for stoppages there. So he invests in the body and the legs early. He's very technically sound with good power, solid volume. Taking him down seems like the obvious path to victory, right? Because he's such a good kickboxer. But Darren Stewart would disagree. He took Dustin down twice, and he was still knocked out. Michal Oleksiejczuk is also a very good striker. He's got fast hands, a ton of pressure. He has power, but not a ton of it. Where he really separates himself from the rest of this division is his speed. He has incredible speed. He's dangerous on his feet, but he does have some grappling holes, and he's very small for this division, and that's where the speed comes. So he's sacrificing some power, but he really is lightning fast. This is another interesting fight. This whole card is interesting fights, and they've sort of shuffled the deck here in the fight order. I'm surprised Dustin is opening it up, but fine with me. I love opening up a card with a fight that I actually care about. Dustin should be a good-sized favorite here, and he pretty much is. He's 2-1. He's the more experienced fighter. He's the more experienced MMA fighter, and I think he's more technically sound. I think those leg kicks early will be the difference, and I think that's how Dustin is going to slow down the very fast Michal Oleksiejczuk. But he will have a clear speed advantage, but hopefully those leg kicks will sort of stop him in his tracks, keep him at bay, and then Dustin could do what Dustin does. But Oleksiejczuk is dangerous in the first round, but I do see Dustin taking this. I see it's a pretty one-sided fight. Very confident in Dustin to win this fight. A lot of people are thinking there's a stoppage. I don't know if there's a stoppage. There probably is. I would say 60-40 stoppage for Dustin. But he's not necessarily a stoppage machine. But I'm very confident in Dustin Jacoby to win this fight. What do you think?
Yeah, is this, have we ever determined if that's Michael or Michal? I'm just going to say
I alternate back and forth every time I say it, so I have no idea.
Then you can't offend anyone, or you offend everyone. Who knows? But I'm going to say Michael for this. But yeah, I agree with you. I think in this matchup, I actually think that the odds are a little bit closer than what they say. I don't think he's a 2-1 favorite. I think I'd have him more like -130, -140. Because if you watch Jacoby, he is a very technical kickboxer, but sometimes he gets a little too comfortable in there. It gets a little show. He does a little douche. He comes down. Yeah, he comes down with his hands low sometimes, and I don't really like that in that matchup for him. I think he should win this, but if he comes down hands low, Michael is fast, and he can catch you on those entries. So if you're Michael, I think this comes down to who dictates the pace in this fight. Because if Michael really gets in Dustin's face, he could have issues fighting off his back foot, because Dustin's a guy that really likes to dictate the pressure and kind of be the guy, pressing forward. That's how he uses the strikes the most effective. So I think whoever dictates the pace in this fight is going to get the victory. I think that probably is Dustin Jacoby, but those hands low sometimes worries me a little bit. So I think it's a little bit closer than the odds say, but I still would say Jacoby's a play.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, listen, anytime you have the speed that Oleksiejczuk has, I mean, speed is almost more important than power in some of these striking matches, because you're just not seeing it coming. But I do think the leg kicks will be the biggest difference here, because I think he'll just light up Oleksiejczuk's legs, and that just sort of takes away the speed immediately. So I'm going to go ahead too. I'm going to pick Dustin, and I will probably have him in my lineup, because $8,600, it is a lot of money. So, and there's a couple of guys at that 9,000 plus price point that is worth it, that are worth it. But $8,600, I'll probably spend. You going to spend that on Dustin?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I may, because I do think there's probably a stoppage here. But I do also like the more on Monkey Knife Fight. I think there's a stoppage, but it's probably a little later. And Dustin's not crazy volume guy, but I think he's just going to throw a million leg kicks, and he's going to get past that 70 Monkey Knife Fight strike line. 36 is so low for Michal. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this is a 3-round kickboxing match. I think they're both kind of boxers and kickboxers. I don't see a finish in this, so I definitely play them more.
Yeah, so I'm choking. So Monkey Knife Fight, I'm pretty confident in the more. We're both liking Dustin Jacoby to win here. Me a little more than Jacob, but we both are pretty confident in that pick. I am going to spend the $8,600 in DraftKings, or at least try to. We've got some very expensive people on this card. And if you want to check out Monkey Knife Fight, go to WeWantPicks.com/MKF. Daily fantasy, super easy. You just go in there and say more or less with the amount of strikes that they have on the screen. And if you're right, you can win some real money. If you're wrong, it's okay because they give you a deposit match. Promo code WWP, they instantly match your deposit. And if you want $50 that you could take and deposit, come to me. But first, go to WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners. Make a deposit. Let me know after you do. I send you $50. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, literally however you want it. I just send you $50 as a thank you.